I mean, I guess it was time, you know? Um, the Buss family has done an amazing job bringing 11 championships to the organization.
Yeah, how many?
Didn't they say 11 or something?
Bro. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
11, okay.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, they didn't bring all 11, but, you know.
Hey, I'm just nah, it was for sure all 11, brother.
Well, they're like I said something wrong. I don't know.
Well,
But
I thought you was talking about total championships, but just the Buss family. I got it. My bad.
yeah, that's what we're talking about. Goodness.
Hey, man.
But as I was saying, before I got, interrupted, it was time for them to, it was time for something different to happen. This whole time they've been really trying to bring back the luster, of the Lakers, ever since Kobe and Shaq left. They thought LeBron was going to be able to help them do that. And they got a championship. They got what they call it, a bubble championship. So
Hey, man. Well,
no one respects that championship. So,
hey,
uh,
man.
and then after that, it just became more evident and relevant that they kind of lost their hold on the team. Jenny running the team, no longer being with Phil as her boyfriend. she really she really needed some help. So I guess it was like it was time. So, you know, Dodgers have been winning championships lately. So hopefully they can bring in, some of that magic, to the Lakers and, kind of restore that love and respect that the team has garnered for years. The fans are loyal. They've been wanting something different to happen. So we'll see if a change of ownership helps that. It usually does. It shakes things up. So we'll continue to monitor this, and see, if this finally gets rid of LeBron, which I don't think it will. I think he'll probably stay 1, 2 more years. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, to the one that actually, likes this team.
The Lakers. That's, man. Hey,
What do you feel?
um, I don't know. It's different because you're so used to hearing the Buss name when you hear about the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was definitely surprising, um, to hear that they sold it, for any amount of money. I mean, even though 10 billion, that's like I was saying when the video was playing, that's a hell of a ROI. For those that know return on investment. He bought it for 60 million, and it was sold for, um, I think it was like 10.1 billion or something like that. But yeah, that's a hell of a return on your investment. But to not, and actually, I guess you'll still hear the Buss name associated with it because they're going to, she's still going to kind of be around and manage it. But they didn't say this in the video, but this is just from me, hearing around. They had 61% of the company, the Buss family, and they sold it. They sold about, well, majority share. So I think they sold like 51% or something like that, or 50%, somewhere around there. Um, but yeah, it'll just be different. The good thing is, I mean, there's going to be it's going to be in the hands of somebody who knows what winning looks like. Even though, hey, that he would say he paid a lot of bread, to get the Dodgers, to where they are. He did what it takes. The only thing is that the thing with that though, we'll just have to see because the NBA is different. There's salary caps and all of those type of things involved. Um, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I want to kind of go all kind of different ways because there's a lot of layers to this as being a Laker fan. You know, being a Laker fan, you know, you're trained and conditioned to win now,
Mm,
and that hasn't been happening lately. We've had a lot of, you know, first round exits. We've missed some missed some playoffs. And I'll tell you this right now, they may block this video too, but I just said I'm not a LeBron fan, and I never have been a LeBron fan. Um,
what you talking about, Willis?
well, what I'm talking about is that he is the Galactus of NBA teams,
Sucking the life out of it, huh?
bro. What happened with Cleveland when he left? Lottery team.
Mm-hmm.
What happened when he left Miami?
Mm-hmm.
Miami were down. They had like high school players on their team. You know what I'm saying? They had a couple players, but the rest of them was like all high school players.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he comes to the Lakers, he makes it seem and appear as if, he knows that it's gonna be a rebuild process. But then he's like, you know what? I want to change now. And so all the picks are gone. I don't say all of them, but a lot of the picks are gone. A lot of the young talent he got traded away, and we're where we're at now. And now we can't really get anybody to come here. I don't think anybody really wants to play with him. He's lucky. Anthony Davis, came to play with him. That sounds kind of crazy. Came to LA, to play on the team with him, but I don't know, man. It's just the teams don't fare the same when he, comes to the team. I mean, they're good. They sell, the stadium sells tickets, or the team sells tickets, because they want to see LeBron play. But as far as like being a contender and being,
Stand around.
somebody who comes, what'd you say?
So you want to see him stand around,
Man,
walking around
like
the
I
stadium.
said, man, it's just so many things I could talk about as it relates to them, but I don't want to go too deep into another area. But yeah, it's just gonna be different, man. The one thing that I thought about, and somebody said it last night. I was listening to another podcast last night, and they said that who is on or who is within that Dodger organization that is familiar with the Lakers.
Magic.
Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
My second favorite Laker. Well, it's one or two. Him and Kobe are right there next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Magic is right there. And we don't know. That might have been a play, because what I've heard is also too is that Jeannie wanted to somehow give Magic the Lakers, and this may have been like a